Hi, I'm DJ Rad Key, and welcome to what is now my 26th vlog. It's Friday, July 20th, 2018. I'm happy to be here with you. I'm in a great mood. Spirits are up. A lot of things going on. So I'm going to basically give you 5 key components to my life right now, how they are affecting and intertwining, and the balance of the life of a working DJ and the social life and organization of all the things that is DJ Rad Key. Behind the turntables, at the academy, and in real life as well. I feel like I haven't really done a true vlog on my life now that almost a month has passed. 26 days to be exact, 26 vlogs. So this weekend though, tonight and tomorrow, Johnny Doe, who I've mentioned multiple times, he's my boy, is starting his residency. So this is going to be my last vlog for a few days with our standard setup in the studio, and I'm going to what is going to be a documentary style. So Saturday's vlog will be a documentary of the Friday night gig tonight, and then Sunday's vlog will be a documentary of the Saturday night gig, and then we'll probably go back to the studio, or this studio again on Monday. So that's the vlog portion of my life. I'm happy with them. I feel my speaking skills, my videography skills, my editing have all grown immensely. Maybe you've seen it as an audience member from vlog 1 to now, but I definitely notice it. Yesterday's vlog, I interjected only minimal photos, not even live footage, just photos that I felt were appropriate. And to be all honest, I didn't really enjoy the editing process. There's things I like. I love playing for people. I love playing music. I like recording these vlogs. I absolutely love the podcast, but I'm not a big fan of the editing process, which, you know, maybe that might reflect too as well as when we start producing songs. I just feel like I'm not going to gravitate that as much. Like, I love playing music. I love talking. I don't want to edit myself, spend 10 minutes recording something for you and have to spend 2 hours editing it for you. I feel like it tracks from other things I can do. So again, to balance a working and gigs and alternative gigs and podcasts, for me to spend 2 hours a day adding footage, deleting footage, doing other things to make this vlog better, it's just not worth it for my time. Again, I hope you enjoy the vlogs, and I apologize if I don't have a lot of dynamic footage, but this is a nice idea to give you an idea of what it is to be like a working DJ, not what it's like to make awesome vlogs. And I hope these vlogs become awesomer. This weekend's vlogs, I'm sure, will be awesome. Maybe today's vlog, not super awesome, but I'm excited because I do want to get on the second thing. So vlogs is a big thing in my life right now. We're doing them daily. We got 26 down, about 100 more to go. I'm keeping it up. I'm keeping the pace. Hopefully you still enjoy them. And the podcasts, another thing, which I love. I love to do podcasts. So yesterday's podcast, it's now on SoundCloud. It's episode 5. It's called the LeBron James Playbook. The LeBron James Playbook. It was just titled that way because Mike Wise, who is an awesome local DJ and was a great podcast interview. Honestly, he was somewhat shy, I felt, at first. Was kind of on his phone, not really paying attention. Like when we were kind of doing a little quote-unquote warm-up where I had Gabe, you know, my first manager, Tailgate chairman, and David Paul, my first instructor. I knew we were going to be very talkative. And Mike, I don't know as well personally. I've heard him play. He's an awesome DJ. He plays, they both, and they'll tell him more about on the podcast, which I hope you listen to. They talk about Lenora's, which is a brunch they do, which is amazing. I haven't been. It's up in West Palm, a little bit far from where I'm at. But they do that thing. I mean, Mike is also a pilot. David plays like 5 days a week. They're both straight up working DJs by definition. And it was great to have them on the podcast. I have 2 actual DJs and Gabe. Gabe came through like a good manager always does. He's like, not only, you know, should you call David Paul, which I did. David Paul's bringing Mike Wise. And if you need some of my frat boys to jump on to say something about the party or whatever, awesome. So I knew we'd have more than enough time. Or enough things to talk about to fill a full hour. I was looking at it at the half-hour mark, being like, dude, we're going to go 2 hours, but I don't want to make a 2-hour podcast. I want to make hour-long episodes. So I'm going to have 2. I'm going to release 2 podcasts this week, which that's a great day if you can get 2 podcasts out of 2 hours of recording, 2 awesome DJs and a great manager. So we have podcast 6 I'm probably going to release on Monday. And that one's called Emotionless, just because, again, Mike Wise had a funny, the song Emotionless by Drake, we had a discussion, and he gave me this look like, what you just said was whack, and it kind of broke him out of his shell. And he really opened up. Mike was a great guest. I knew David Paul would be a great guest. I've known him for a while, and he's a great conversationalist. Gabe kind of did a nice intro for both shows and kind of took a back seat. He hung out. He interjected when he needed to, but Gabe knew that he had two really experienced DJs filling up a lot of time, and Gabe did an awesome job as a co-host. So again, podcast 5 is on SoundCloud called the LeBron James Playbook, and then podcast 6 will be released on Monday. That's called Emotionless, and then there'll be a podcast 7 squeezed in there, probably recording on Wednesday. I think we do Wednesday podcasts. It's a great day for podcasts. Not that today wasn't, but today I should have been working on my mix, so that's the third thing now. Is I have my mix exam for Scratch Academy, the big factor in my life, the school I'm going to, and I feel I need to dedicate more time to practicing. I feel like if there's one thing that I've neglected is practicing. I practice, but I should practice more. I'm in a school and I should take it a little more. I'm taking it very seriously, but I should be practicing more. So I'm not going to try to advance these vlogs much further. I'm still going to do the 125. I'm going to still do my top 10s. I'll still do my restaurant reviews and bar reviews and my educational kind of Monday, Wednesday, Friday educational things. But as far as involving them, I'm so involved in the podcasts. I'm so involved in the school. I'm going to be more involved in the school that the vlogs are going to come. They're going to come daily. And again, we'll change it up here and there. But as far as evolving these, if you like the setup, you like me talking, stick around for the vlogs. You always learn something. So what you're going to learn today is about paid gigs versus free gigs and being a working DJ and paying the bills. So I'm in this huge conundrum, I guess you'd say, is I miss DJing. My practice was always just DJing. When I first started DJing, I was taking a lot of free gigs, playing multiple times a week. I would practice and play, but now it's like I'm not even getting practice from playing because I'm not playing as much. I only had 2 gigs all month, which I'm super bummed out about. The month is still got potential for maybe to squeeze in maybe 2 or 3 gigs, but the reality is I'm falling behind my expectations of 2 a week, and that's got to change. So to scale back things, the podcasts are going to continue on, but I'm going to be less of a script. The first podcast, I wrote 4 pages of stuff to say, and we said about 3 pages. And the second podcast, I wrote 3 things that we could talk about. We talked about 2, and then you see the pattern. The 4th podcast, I wrote about 2 pieces of paper. We talked about 1, and now the only thing we really talked about on 2 sheets of paper that took me 4 or 5 hours to conjure up ideas and concise things, we talked about the top 10. So I realized I don't need to spend hours and hours like talking about musical history and musical birthdays and tying in things. Like the first podcast episode, I was like, oh, well, we're tying in Missy Elliott. I'm going to talk about the history of Missy Elliott and music and going back 20 years and this and that. And that was all good. But now it's just like I want to get more DJs on my show and I'm talk about DJing like the original intent was. And less about, like, I felt it would have been too forced for both podcast 5 and 6. Other than the top 10, which the podcast 6, we spent almost half the podcast talking about songs, and that's where the title Emotionless comes in because of Drake. I didn't need to be like, all right, and our birthdays this week are, or that I had like the 10 top moments in music history this week. And as I'm like kind of looking over them, I'm like, this is filler. And we don't need filler. Like, we got 4 big personalities that are talkers. Like, I don't need to fill in, oh, and by the way, like the 10 biggest moments in music history was like, oh, Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston got married this week, like in 1987. Like, it felt so, it would have been forced. So I spent hours and hours researching for the show, and just basically talked about the top 10. And Drake, talked a lot about Drake. Talked about gigs, good gigs, bad gigs, a lot about requests. So if you did dig my podcast about requests, definitely listen to the, if you dug the vlogs about the requests, which I did a couple days ago, you're going to dig the podcast. Both podcasts, especially podcast 6, we touched a lot about how to handle requests, good requests, bad requests, unruly guests, kicking guests out, pulling the plug, bag managers. It was all over the place. But again, in a good focused, we were focused without show segments, just 4 guys talking about the business. So that was great. And now to separate the free gigs from the income, I'm wrapping up, which is, 10 days left in this month as a working DJ, and have made $0 as a working DJ. A little bit disappointed in myself. I have tried. I've reached out. It is what it is. Again, we're not even 3 weeks into this working DJ, or, whatever. Essentially not even a full month in this working DJ thing. So confidence is still up. I feel good. Just finances are getting thin. So I've got to figure out some things. the world will work out, and things will work out fine. You know, I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm mentally feel great. Physically, I feel fantastic. I've got good people around me, so life will just work itself out. With that being said, I hope you enjoy the upcoming vlogs. They're going to be dynamic. They're going to be great documentary style. Hope you enjoy the podcast. As always, check out djradkey.com for everything that is me. Be good to people, make friends, say hi to strangers, and just remember that for every time you go out and listen to a song and there's a DJ, whether it be good or bad, job ain't easy. Again, peace.